Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Syafiqah binti Sabra. Today I would like to present about risk analysis or risk assessment on a 99 Speed Mart in market. Okay. 99 Speed Mart was a business, mini market business which has huge outlets in Malaysia. Before we start, we need to know the company background. Okay. The 99 Speed Mart start with a mom and pop sundry mart called Pasar Raya Mr. Hiap Hu. Okay, after 5 years in 1992, the first store of that 99 was opened. The meaning of 1999 is a meaning of continuity in Chinese belief. Okay, and until now they have 300 outlets and 3 distribution center in Malaysia. Okay, next is 99 Speed Mart has expanded their business to entire Malaysia, and it have 300 outlets in entire Malaysia, including Kuala Lumpur, Melaka, Negeri Sembilan, and others. They also have a 3 distribution center. Okay, Speed Mart always located the outlet near to the neighborhood, so it easy for the customer to reach them. The 99 Speed Mart have their slogan, which is near and safe. Okay, it suit for the 99 Speed Mart strategy, which located the outlet near to the customer, so the customer can reach the product and can save the money for not going too far to get the groceries. A SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis can be used to assess organization current position before company decide on any new strategy. Besides that, SWOT analysis can be used to analyze company weakness, opportunity, and threats. Based on this analysis, a company know which part they need to focus more. Okay, strong was one of the company important element because this element can help the company to compete with the other competitors. Okay, the strong for the 99 Speed Mart is a brand, price, place, and product. Okay, first is brand. A strong brand can helps a company generate a huge profit. It is because a strong brand can gain customer trust. These brands are related to the quality, customer service, and others. This company has a slogan which is near and safe. Due to this slogan, it helps consumer to save times and money by go to the nearest Speed Mart or for their necessities. The company also developed a strong recognition among the consumer, which is a major strength for the company. This was proven when Forbes Asia labeled 99 Speed Mart as a Malaysian king of mini market. Okay, next is a product. For 99 Speed Mart fulfill customer needs by providing quality grocery conveniently and efficiently. Next is a price. Provide consumer a cheaper price to consumer. The pricing strategy enable consumer to enjoy a low price and make consumer think reasonable to purchase the product. At 99 Speed Mart. Okay, lastly is a place. Store is the right place will encourage consumer to buy the product because it easily reached by the consumer. As we know, all the outlet 99 Speed Mart are near to the consumer, so the consumer can easily reach the product. Okay, next is a weakness. Weakness is a bad element that need to be managed or reduced by the management. It because the weakness can be harmful to the company in the future. Okay, the first weakness of the 99 Speed Mart is lack of worker. 99 Speed Mart have insufficient staff operate the business compared to other competitors. Okay, although the labor can be classified as an overhead cost, but labor also play an important role in run a business daily. Okay, without them, all business operation can be done well. Okay, lack of worker may lead to harmful and to mental or physical. For example, too much work need to be done may cause the worker feel fatigue. Okay, next is a poor store layout and arrangement. A proper arrangement make consumer feel more comfortable to buy product and easy the customer to allocate the product. Finding items in 99 Speed Mart are more difficult compared to other competitors. 99 Speed Mart had less attractive arrangement and lack proper labels for their items. They don't place much effort in making their display attractive. Next is a no-centralized distribution center. 99 Mart outlets being supported by 3 distribution center, which is in 2 in Klang and 1 in Abalakong. All these distribution center are operating individual and assigned to manage a certain outlets. Therefore, the centralization is not there, and sometimes it leads to certain confusion and failure. Buyer had to allocate the stock for each distribution center, and there are incidents where wrong allocation been done. Supplier to sometimes deliver the good to the wrong DC. All this will cause delay in delivering the goods to the outlets, and sometimes the product won't be available in outlets at the right time. It's difficult to manage the inventory, purchasing and transportation activities of DC without the centralization. The next is opportunity. Opportunity are a good things that management need to focus to expand or become a more success in future. Okay, the first opportunities of 99 Mart is partnership with a large mall owner. Partnership with a large mall owner to get a place within the mall building. This partnership plans with popular and large mall will help to cut the rental cost of building and ensure the 99 Mart outlets placed at a strategic location same as their competitors. The next opportunities are a new outlets. As we know, 99 Mart have a lot of outlets in Malaysia, so they can easily open a new outlet in another location. Okay, the more outlets being open, it will easier the consumer to reach the 99 Mart, and in the same time, the 99 Mart can gain the customer trust, and in the same time will gain a more profit. Next is a trade. Okay, the first trade for the 99 Mart is a competitor. 99 Mart always have to face competitor in their daily business. In any place, they have a mini market which can be their competitors. Besides that, big hypermarkets such as Mydin, Giant, Tesco also classified as a competitor to the 99 Mart. So 99 Mart need to do something to face these risks. Next trade is a new entries. The trade of new entrant in the market is a critical element. A growing market and a potential for the high profit will attract new firm to enter the market and weaken the position. There will be competition, price war, company failure, and so forth. Okay, the next trade for the 99 Mart is a technology. Technology can be a barrier to 99 Mart. The new technology can be benefit for both customer and company. Technology consists of invention, a new discovery, research, information, transportation, and others. Technology helps in creating a new markets, opportunities to promote their products, even the outlets more often and wide. So 99 Mart should observe the current environment. For example, technology can make customer more satisfied because the good can readily available and shopping becomes more convenience. Electronic point of sales, electronic scanner have a great improve the efficiency of distribution and stocking activities in hypermarkets. These electronic point of sales are one of the example of a new technology that 99 Mart should implement. Is a risk assessment. Risk assessment is a term used to describe overall process management used to manage their risk. In risk assessment, it involves identifying hazard and risk factors that have potential to cause harm in the management. Next, analyze and evaluate the risk associated with the hazard. Determine the proper ways to eliminate the hazard or control the risk when the risk can't be eliminated. After the identification is made, management analyze and evaluate how likely and severe the risk is. When this determination is made, management can decide what measures should be implemented in terms of eliminate or control the risk. Next is a qualitative method. Okay. In a conduct risk assessment, you have two methods can be chosen. First is quantitative and second is a qualitative. In this risk assessment, qualitative methods are being implemented. Qualitative methods are not defined and rate based on a numerical and quantitative evaluation. A qualitative risk analysis identifies project risks using a rating scheme. Risks will be scored based on their probability to occur and impact the risk to the project objective. Okay, next is a probability and impact matrix. A probability and impact matrix are one of the tools and technique for the process of to perform qualitative risk analysis. It is a component of the risk management plan. The matrix is a table that shows the probability of potential risk crossed by the severity of the impact of the risk. Rank value in this tab could be a numerical scale such as 1 to 5 or scale like high, medium, and low rating. Next, next, let we see to the impact matrix table. And for example, in this slide, we can say that the life side is a competitors and probability to occur the risk are high is because at Niners Speedmart always have their competitors in any place because Niners Speedmart is a mini market and at all places have a mini market, so the competitors to occur, the probability to the competitors occur are high, so the impact for the competitors are low because the Niners Speedmart can compete with the competitors, so the impacts are low. So we can transfer the data to the RACS table. Okay, next is a risk response and implementation. Okay, it is important for the company to manage or control risk well to run a business with a minimal harm. To do so, management must start to identify risks at the beginning of the business and develop strategy to manage them. Risk response planning is a process of identifying what you will do with the risk in a management risk register. The main risk response strategy for risks are mitigate, avoid, transfer, and accept. Okay, for accept, active acceptance must involve contingency plans to be implemented if the risks occur. Okay, for avoid, it means you need to do something to eliminate the cause of the threat. For mitigate, do something to reduce the impact of the risk. And share is allocate ownership to of opportunity to the third party. Next, for the avoid is a high stock holding. Okay, Niners Speedmart keep high inventory due to their inability to forecast without material requirement planning, which is MRP. Niners Speedmart use concept reorder level or ROL and reorder quantity ROQ. These concepts are more to comparison with the current inventory in stock. The drawback of this system is it only based on hand stock quantity for reorder. This type of concept determine inventory should be avoided and use MRP concept. Failed stock management system lead to overstock. This situation always happen when supplier offer discount if purchased on bulk. This is not a good sign because inventory need a huge capital and it costs risks to Niners Speedmart to hold more inventory. Okay, material requirement planning more accurate because it advises the stock requirement for the period time. Niners Speedmart should implement MRP system and follow the MRP forecast in the same time need to avoid a manual forecasting. MRP can forecast inventory need well. MRP can forecast inventory well because it was a forecast-looking system. MRP system can make Niners Speedmart able to reduce the risk for high holding stock or shortage in a stock situation. Another solution for Niners Speedmart is also invest in ERP. Okay, what is ERP? ERP is a system used to track all the moving parts of production in a manufacturing and distribution. Okay, next is a high labor cost. Niners Speedmart spend high cost on labor because most of the work or tasks in this company are being done manually. For example, for data entry, manual daily cycle count, and other else. This manual work system need to be settled immediately or avoid this type of manual conduct the task. Manual type in conduct tasks require high cost due to need a human power in their daily operation. This manual way need to be avoided and implement technology in Niners Speedmart. Okay, technology in Niners Speedmart may help company reduce the labor cost in the same time will work more efficiency than human power. By fully utilize the WMS, they can simplify the process and will be able to reduce the number of staff and overtime. This will eventually increase their productivity and reduce the operating costs. The last risk must be avoided is inventory integrity and accuracy. Inventory was one of the important part in Nana's Speedmart as mini market business. Inventory can impact on the good flow of operation in any business. Any business which fail to provide accuracy and inventory integrity will face difficult in fulfill customer demand. Nana's Speedmart claimed that they are implementing advanced logistics system in their distribution center to cover more than 300 mini markets. For each mini market, an average of 3,000 units of inventory are being stored, and the company claimed that the inventory is well managed and with high buffer stock in hand. However, due to the poor planning for their supply chains, Nana's Speedmart usually stock more than their capacity, result in unmanageable stock, leading to breach in inventory accuracy and integrity. Nana's Speedmart is still conduct manual daily cycle count rather than system suggested cycle count. Implementing manual count is laborious, tedious, and prone to error. The problem becomes bigger if any of the staff do not perform regular stock check, creating issue with the difference of actual quantity in hand and the data inventory. Thief case also be overseen in the inventory management is out of control if no proper checking is done. In order to improve Nana's Speedmart inventory accuracy, this manual way need to be avoided. Currently, the company is use a barcode with RF scanner in inventory control. To face this problem, Nana's Speedmart should use radio frequency identification, which is RFID tag, which is more advanced than barcode reading. A RFID tag, which is a microchip with an antenna, would be placed on physical object, and RFID reader can sense the presence of movement of object throughout the Nana's Speedmart supply chain. The inventory movement can be tracked from the point of manufacturing to point of sale. There are a few big retailers such as Tesco, Giant, Aeon implement this RFID. Nana's Speedmart need to improve the cycle count. This company only do once a year a cycle count, which we feel one of the reason for inventory inaccuracy. Next is a mitigation strategy. Okay, competitor was one of the risks that use a mitigation strategy. Okay, competitor can be defined as some organization that provide same things or product or service as our company provide. Okay, competitor always be a part in a business operation. Nana's Speedmart involved in business with a high competitor. For example, Nana's Speedmart always located in any place, and they always have another mini market that provide the same service such as Nana's Speedmart provide. So the mini market can be a competitor to Nana's Speedmart. Not only mini market, the big hypermarkets market such as Mydin, Giant, Tesco, and other else also can be classified as a Nana's Speedmart competitor. And Nana's Speedmart can use other effort to challenge this risk, such as make a promotion on some item. Promotion are always can raise consumer preference to buy on our shop due to low price offer. Another as Nana's Speedmart also can make a member card. Member card important in this type of business because by providing the member card, Nana's Speedmart may catch the customer loyalty. Next is a lack of distribution center. The Nana's Speedmart have a 3 distribution center, which is 2 in Klang and 1 in Balakong. This little centralization lead to some errors. Buyers need to allocate stock for each distribution center. Sometimes suppliers deliver product to the wrong distribution center. This may cause delay in delivering the good to the branch or outlet. In the same time, product not available in outlet at the right times. It's difficult to manage inventory, purchasing, and transportation activity of the DC without the centralization. These risks need to be improved, so mitigation steps be the best step to reduce the impact of this risk. Okay, digital technology can be the best solution to cope with this risk. Nana's Speedmart facilities Nana Speedmart facilities need to collect data or information on product possible, including they are coming from, where they arrive, the amount of need to be deliver, what condition they are in, where are they are going, where they are going. Nana Speedmart can be used the data to allocate their product, and they also can know how many products are being stored and their facilities. Next is a lack of IT capabilities. Nowadays, IT are important in any business conduct. Implement IT in business operation may enhance the productivity and efficiency the management. Implement IT in business will give benefit to the consumer and the company. Nana Speedmart are face IT capabilities issues such as warehouse management system, material requirement system, and enterprise resource planning. All of these systems are important to managing the warehouse and managing the inventory. Speedmart use WMS system, which is a warehouse management system, but not fully utilized and only use it for a basic function. This lack issue or risk make Nana Speedmart suffer in terms of inventory track and trace, inventory accuracy, productivity, and high cost. Nana Speedmart choose mitigation as a strategy to reduce the impact of this risk. Okay, hire a capable worker with IT knowledge may be the best solution to manage this risk. By having this type of worker, Nana Speedmart will fully utilize a WMS system to its maximum potential and in the same time improve their operation. Implement WMS in combination with wireless scanner, avoid manual procedure such as manual data entry, manual retrieval, manual period count. This also can help Nana Speedmart reduce the manpower and increase their productivity. Furthermore, if the management do not want to hire more worker, they can train their own worker by develop the training program to the worker so the worker can improve their IT skill. The last one is a poor layout arrangement. A proper layout and arrangement of product in mini market business are important. It is because unwell layout and arrangement may cause harm to the worker or customer. Besides that, a proper layout and arrangement may attract the consumer to buy the product. Unwell layout and arrangement may cause difficult to the consumer to reach the product and lost interest to buy the product when they can't allocate the product. To face this type of risk in their business operation, Nana Speedmart choose mitigation steps to cope with this risk. Nana Speedmart should plan well their layout before occupying a warehouse. Size of warehouse or outlet should be known so that the organization don't deal with space problem. This will determine the space required and proper layout for operation. The management should plan well their layout. With this proper layout, the warehouse will look organized and spacious. Besides that, high demand product need to be placed on the place consumer easily to reach and see. The next strategy is accept. Okay, this under this accept a lack of worker. Nana Speedmart are more depend on human power in their daily operation, and most of it being conducted manually. During peak time, they are facing lack of worker to perform the job. Moreover, their worker need to do several tasks such as cashier, stock arrangement, and other else. A lot of work being done by the worker may cause harm to the worker. Too many tasks need to be done may cause the worker lost interest to work in this company and we move to find another job. To facing this type of risk, Nana Speedmart decide to choose accept as their strategy in this risk management. It is because Nana Speedmart management only respond if the risk occur due to this risk. Nana Speedmart hire part-time worker as their way to settle this risk. Furthermore, to cope with this type of risk, Nana Speedmart need to implement technology in their daily operation. For example, they can use technology to manage their stock rather than use human power to manage their stock in inventory. Besides that, Nana Speedmart can provide some benefit to the worker, so the worker will love to work with Nana Speedmart company and in the same time gain worker loyalty to work with them. The last one is a transfer. The last strategy is a transfer. The risk under this strategy is difficult to ensure worker health. To always ensure the health of workers are impossible. It is because Nanas Pimat have a huge labor in their business. Nanas Pimat can transfer this risk to the insurance such as so to protect the worker health. As a conclusion, risk management are important in a business operation in terms of maintain the business or to keep the sustain of the business. A proper management of risk may help the business to expand and become more success in the future. If the risks can't be managed well, they can be harm to the business. As we can see, Nanas Pimat do a good job on their daily business operation, but they also have some weakness and some weakness and risks that need to be managed.